the bus coming. So I gotta go. There are teachers that just write on the board and say what they wrote on the board, or teach in monotone, and I'm going, you're boring me. My 6-hour class, chemistry, is like that class, nobody know what's going on except for me. So everybody try to come over there and try to copy off my paper, and the teacher knows that they're copying, and she don't care because she already knows they're not going to pass the test anyway. So she don't have time because they just don't pay attention to her. So she don't try to talk to them no more. So she just let them do whatever they want.
I remember in grade school, I've had like 2 or 3 teachers that really didn't want to be there.
Some teachers aren't meant to teach.
The most common barrier is teachers.
If I really feel like a teacher is a barrier to students achieving, then it's my responsibility to work with that teacher and make things better.
And fewer people, including people of color, are choosing education as a career path.
Teacher training, teacher experience, and retention. The majority of our elementary schools have basically an all-female staff, and so boys are getting a very female perspective.
I think it's a sad state of affairs that teachers are paid so little. They don't even have that much public esteem.
What do you do at Gordon Park?
I'm a teacher, and I work with students who have IEPs, as well as students who need extra help on academic stuff. So I kind of do a variety of things. And I've always worked with good staff, but I think here at Gordon Parks, the staff are really understanding of the fact that students have a lot of struggles, and school isn't always their first priority because they have a lot of things going on in their lives.
Hello, my name's Adam Booker. I have the pleasure of teaching Rakisha.
And what do you think would be one of my challenges or barriers?
Well, I think what may be a challenge for you, Rakisha, is to just really stay focused and to remember what is important, what are your priorities.
The good news is that 99.9% of the people who I have met who are in education are in it by choice rather than by chance, because the rewards clearly do not come in the pay envelope.
Not only are we looking at the academics, but we're also looking at that training to provide the wow factor and the relevancy, and also trying to increase the role models within the classroom, really recruiting a diverse population of teachers, whether it's looking at our higher ed institutions that are training our teacher candidates. It's just a continuum of things that we need to put in place to continually move the process forward.
What's up, y'all? We challenge our teachers through our book clubs, their books that we're reading, their conversations that we're having that talk about some of our own internalized biases and prejudices that we're having, where our teachers feel comfortable talking about some of that stuff.
From 1972 until the present, we have actually gone backward. And our schools are more segregated today than they were in 1972.
I think we have been a very white state. 30 years ago, very few minority children. And I think it has taken us a while to understand how we need to address the education of all children.
Later on, I moved to North Minneapolis. I saw they were more used to me since I saw more Latinos there, Hispanics. I saw them more there, so I got along with them. But some of the teachers still kind of put us down. They said, they're not really going to achieve much in life, so don't worry much about them.
I don't believe that we have a problem in our schools where we have racist teachers. I do believe that we have educators out there who have internalized biases and prejudices. As a black parent myself, my biggest fear is not that my son, Jarius, who's in the 3rd grade, is going to have a racist teacher. That's not my concern. My fear is that Jarius is going to make a C on a test or a packet, and Johnny Jones, a white kid, is going to make a C on that same packet. And the teacher will call Johnny Jones's parents and say, you know what, your son got a C on this test today. I know he's capable of doing better. We're not going to tolerate this. We have high expectations of him. He can do much better. And I fear that maybe we won't get that call. So I believe that on a daily basis, that is how, the achievement gap, or what some people refer to as an expectation gap, that's how it perpetuates itself on a daily basis in the classroom.
There is no doubt that issues which are societal, which are racial, which are class-based, are barriers to success for students.
If you're looking at St. Paul Public Schools, 82% of our staff are of European descent. So we have 18% staff of color. Do you know which school district in the state of Minnesota has the highest percentage of staff of color? St. Paul. At the same time, 75% of our students are students of color. We are intent on building the capacity of all staff, including white staff, to address the needs of diverse students.
Teachers in Minneapolis Public Schools get substantially more training than most other districts. And there's so many things that we train on, and all of them are about increasing academic achievement.
What if we turn the question inside out? So good teaching comes from the brains and the hearts of good teachers, more so than it comes from anywhere else. And I think that not only is that neglected, it is disrespected.
Teachers really need to be able to focus on teaching kids to think critically, to develop their reading, writing skills, science and math skills, their skill in the arts, and other important academic areas. And I think that the time and the money that we spend on testing could be put to better use in terms of training our kids and making them more college ready.
It's about giving kids more time on challenging content with educators who they care about and who care about them.
I think another part would be to connect community with students working on projects where students had to demonstrate and talk about what they're learning in a context outside of just talking with their teachers or their counselors. So it connects them with the world. That's really what I'd love to see, is how can we better connect our kids with what goes on in the world outside of high school.
Our time right now is 3:29, and robotics is about to start. That's McComas, math teacher. Hi. Our second match is about to start.
From Minneapolis, Minnesota, it's the Teddies.
We made it to finals, but we lost. But everything was okay. We had a blast.
If there's projects or activities going on, you learn more and have fun at the same time. Like with our theater arts program, I learned a lot more about myself and about the world around me that I couldn't learn in a classroom just sitting in a desk all day and listening to the teacher.
Central has, theater and basketball. She's just very active. It's been very successful in helping TR see what she wants. I think it's the relationship she's built with her teachers too, because anytime she's struggling, she knows that she can go to a teacher.